Hi, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're well. How many times have you been on your phone already today? And how many apps have you dived in and out of? Well, I thought I'd share my favourite 5 apps this week and explain to you a little bit about how they support me through the week and why I use them every single day. So the first app is Apple Podcasts. Now you might use a different podcast app. There's a few out there, such as Spotify. I get tremendous joy from listening to podcasts. I listen to them when I'm walking, when I'm driving, or if I'm getting ready in the morning. I will download episodes as well to listen to on plane journeys. And then when I'm doing housework as well, I love to plug in and start listening to a really long episode, and that just takes my mind off what I'm doing, and I'm so absorbed by what I'm listening to that I rattle straight through my chores. So I mainly listen to ones which concentrate on health and well-being and personal growth. But of course, there's a variety of things out there, but I thought it might be helpful to perhaps just share some regular podcasts that I listen to. The first one is by Dr. Chatterjee, and his is called Feel Better, Live More. He's a UK-based general practitioner, and he started out by appearing on morning television and a programme here called Doctor in the House, which was a TV programme. And he's also written some fantastic books. Anyway, he has a variety of experts from various fields who he interviews on women's health, medicine, nutrition, fitness. And he does really deep dives into topics like sleep, exercise and diet. He debunks various myths, goes into emotional health as well. And the episodes can often be sort of about an hour and a half or even 2 hours long. But of course, you don't have to listen to it all in one go. You can listen to it as it suits you. And sometimes it's better listening to it in shorter bursts because it allows you to really absorb what's being said. He also offers various bite-size episodes, which are shorter, about 15 minutes on average, and those pull out some of the really interesting parts of the longer episodes and help sum them up. So there are different ways of listening to it. The second one is called On Purpose by Jay Shetty, who is a former monk turned author and a motivational speaker, and he interviews celebrities like Michelle Obama, entrepreneurs, various thought leaders, and he looks at topics like how to deal with negative people, dealing with unresolved trauma. He dives into relationships as well, and he combines practical advice and inspiration. The final one is Huberman Labs, which is done by Dr. Andrew Huberman, who is a neuroscientist and professor at Stanford University. And I found him through a recommendation, and the recommended podcast was called How Sugar and Processed Food Impact Your Health. That episode was 3.5 hours long, but let me tell you, it's absolutely brilliant. So if you haven't come across him yet, I'd start perhaps with that one if you're interested in how sugar and processed food can impact your health. And it was just, obviously I didn't listen to the whole lot in one go, but listening to it 20 minutes, half an hour, etc., it allows you to digest it and reflect on what's being said. So he looks at the science of human behaviour, brain function and health, latest research, and he's really great at explaining some quite complex science so you can actually understand it. If you have some favourite podcasts, please do share them in the comments below. I'm always looking out for new ones. For strength, I use my Oura app every single day, which is actually linked to my Oura ring, which you may have seen me wearing in every single episode. And this obviously keeps me accountable with my health and fitness. So I bought the ring at the beginning of the year in New York because at the time the ring wasn't sold here in the UK, but I'm happy to say it is sold here now in John Lewis. And I literally have not taken this off apart from to charge it, and charging it only takes about 30 minutes. So the reason I went for the ring and not something like an Apple Watch is because I actually like wearing my watches, and I didn't want to be wearing a watch and a fitness watch. And I like the idea that it just literally looks like a piece of jewellery. So it's also water resistant as well, which is brilliant. So when I went to Greece in the summer, I could wear it swimming in the sea or in a pool, and those are the reasons that I went for that. But the app is fantastic. It gives me so much information. So one of the things I really liked about it was the readiness score, and that's based on how well you've slept and how you've recovered from the day's activities the previous day. It looks at your resilience and your body temperature. So when I came down with COVID, Oura actually knew and was warning me beforehand that my body temperature was raised, and I thought I might be coming down with something. Little did I know what was around the corner. It also provides your respiratory rate, your heart rate variability, your HRV, and one of the new features is the cardiovascular age. So I love the fact that it gives me all this information. It gives me an activity goal as well for the day, so I'll know based on the score it gives me how much activity I should try and plan into my day. And it detects those activities as you're doing them. So it knows if I've been walking, and it will come up with a little box that will say walking ? How many minutes, how many calories, and you can save the activity. It even detects things like housework and gardening. So it just helps me feel more in control of the aging process and helps me see where I'm at, how I can improve, and how I'm doing generally. There is a $5.99 a month subscription you have to pay to get the app, but I do think it's worthwhile, and they give you the first month free, but they're constantly adding more information to the app, and you get regular emails as well that point you to various articles of interest, and I really do think it's worth it. There is a referral code within my app, which I'll put in the description below, and it gives $40 off if you click on that code if you are interested. It's only through the Oura website. You can't use it for John Lewis, I don't think. I think you literally have to go straight to the Oura website and you get $40 off. And I think it's only available for the first 5 people that use it. So if you are interested or have been thinking about using the Oura ring and getting it, then please do help yourself to the link below. Last week we were talking about how tasks are simpler when you break them down, and the app I use to help support with that is called To Do by Microsoft. And once again, there are various other apps within the App Store that are very similar to this. So if you don't have a Microsoft account, then you can always search for a different one, but something that's quite similar. And it really helps with time management and productivity. You can set reminders, which when they then pop up, I'm far more likely to actually get that task done if I have a reminder pop up. And there are day planner tools as well. So if you have a grocery list, for example, you can jot that in there. You can share lists as well with family and assign a task to somebody. You can break the task down as well into various manageable steps. And it's really useful, you know, when you're just out and about and something suddenly pops into your head and you think, oh, I must do such and such. Just quickly pop it in to the app, schedule it when you're going to do it. Then you can just forget about it. You don't have to mentally try and remember it. And you can then mark it off as done as well. It's really satisfying when you actually click on it to say that you've done it. For Spirit, the app, can you guess what it is? If you know me and you've seen a few of my videos, you'll know that I've talked about the Calm app numerous times. It's an app that I found probably about 6 years ago, and I used to use the free version and then I upgraded to the paid version. It's only a small subscription each year, something like maybe £25–26 I think a year, and I use it every single day, at least once a day, if not twice, at the beginning and the end of the day. And it's actually taught me, their meditations have actually taught me so that I feel I can meditate on my own now independently as well. And their content has grown massively over the years. It's a huge amount in there now. It's a real value for money, I think. And it's the guided meditations are daily, but they also offer a series of meditations. So for example, there was a series on grief, which when my father died a couple of years ago, I found really useful in helping me when I wasn't quite sure sort of how to be and, you know, how to deal with it, where to start. And I've just found it really helpful and grounding and calming to work through that series. There's also sleep stories, which there's a massive variety in there, and they always send me to sleep. Rarely do I get to the end of a sleep story before I'm asleep. And you can favourite them, so you can keep the ones you particularly like in one area so they're more readily accessible. There are also soundscapes. My favourite ones are like the beach sounds, listening to the sound of the ocean, and also the crickets at night. And even just sometimes putting those on in the background when I'm working, I really like. And there's music as well. There's different types of music. There's piano music, there's relaxing music to put on in the background when you're working, or there's more invigorating morning music. And then there's a new section in there as well called Wisdom, which looks really exciting. I haven't delved fully into that one yet. And you can download various things as well. So I make sure when I'm going to be going on a plane journey that I've downloaded whatever it is that I might want to access while I'm en route. I'll put the link below. I think I've still got it. I think it's still valid that you can access the entire app for 30 days for free. So I will include that in the description below. For beauty, I've got a rather exciting app that I discovered through work. There was a colleague who recommended it for nutrition, first of all. That's why I downloaded it and started using it. It scans barcodes on food and it gives you a detailed nutritional breakdown of content and a score out of 100 with showing you various additives and things like that. Anyway, I recently discovered that I can also use it for beauty and skincare products. So it assesses the safety and quality. So I took it into my bathroom cabinet and I've been looking and found some of the results quite enlightening. And I've recently become much more conscious of beauty products that I'm using, and it's just a really easy way of helping me choose safer and more natural options. So the rating is based on the ingredients, and it shares the potential health risks from those ingredients, and it for example, it will show you irritants or carcinogens, and depending on the score, if it's not a very good score, it will then give you alternative recommendations. So if it's a bad one, you can look below and find something else that might be better to use instead, and then switch to a product that's healthier for your skin and is safer to use. It's an independent app as well, which is what I like. So they don't accept ads or partnerships, and therefore you can rely on the information being unbiased. So those were my 5 favourite apps and the ones which help support me the most through the week. What are yours? Do you have some good ones to recommend? Please do share them in the comments below and let us know why we should take a look at them. And I hope that some of these might help support you if you haven't come across them yet, and help keep you on track with your goals through the week. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.